Christ, man.
Yeah,
Like
I swear, man. I think when I had to make, I'm going to do a video.
Like
Honestly, on God, like I'm about to make a video, bro. I had to make a video about this. I'm just like wanting to do my video, my stream, but connection right here up the ass is getting out of hand. Yep. Funny enough, right there. But still, man, like, I'm trying to. I'm sorry, guys. Connection was bad. It's on a tower. We don't have a tower. We don't have a tower. We don't have a tower. And here we go again, bro. Here we go again with this BS. Jesus Christ, man. All right. Back to what I was doing, bro. My goddamn work. It's like I can't even do it myself, bro.
It's springtime, which is fun. It's comfortable. It's kind of like the weather right now is on the 60s,
Right.
right? And generally, you know, if you're in 60 degrees, you're a native in Canada, you would ought to be just don't even need to adjust to like wear sweaters. But I'm surprised I see a lot of people wear sweaters here on this place. I do see people, you know.
Okay, this one I know I can cut.
I do see a lot of people wear sweaters here.
Yeah, I can cut this. Hold up. Corta. Punto. Right? I cut. Let's see if they did it here.
I do see.
Yeah, that with that freaking tone of mine tells me.
I do see people, you know, like I do see people wear t-shirts. I do see people wear shorts, which is quite a thing because in Florida, you know, once it drops 30s, you gotta dress suit, pack up, and everything. That's for sure. I did just say this, that, you know, like I said, too, like America is still the youngest country. But Canada, if you learn the history, was actually first to be contacted. You can go up north, far north.
I can cut.
Well, first to be contacted. You go first to be contacted.
I can cut. Yeah, this part I'll cut.
You go up north, far north, in Nova Scotia, in
Uh-huh.
parts of parts of Nunavut, which is way up in the Arctic. You'll see relics of Vikings.
You see relics. Okay, hold on a second.
Um, relics. See relics. You'll see
Okay, this part is just a bit
relics.
right there.
Relics.
That's what I need.
Vikings.
Relics of Vikings. Yeah. So what I was talking about right here was about like because I was talking about the somewhat history of Canada because I didn't know like I research not really. I just go to YouTube and just watch whatever I watch. I usually look at like theme park news or anthropology news, now racism news, history. But I do turn to like learn like relearn. There's nothing wrong of relearning like stuff. There's nothing wrong of relearning history. There's nothing wrong of relearning, all kinds of stuff like things that you were once taught. Although it is that the our school system's terrible here. And here, if anybody who knows me outside of the United States, you already know we have the worst education system, like the worst, bro. I came, I graduated in a public school, which which is it is not as has much as others private schools or higher IQ schools. There's schools and universities out there that are like you need a higher IQ, right? In order to participate, in order to address private schools, fraternity schools, the type of schools that are very rich in particular. But I come from a public school because middle class, everything. So, but in an into that, right? In an into that, right? So I cut it off a bit. I do need to hold on, let me perch some stuff right here. Ooh, yeah, 5G. Yeah, real good 5G.
Columbus really thought he was going to see India, but that was destroying the Americas. He thought he was going to see India. No, he went to the Caribbean. Then new people. But he didn't know there was already a colony before Columbus that was going to come to Canada, try to, seep in. Didn't work out.
Mm-hmm. It didn't work out. And then okay. Like, look at this freaking view.
We're getting clapped left and right. We're getting clapped left and right.
Exactly.
And voila, there was the cannon fire.
Yeah, that part right there. I did talk about the cannon fire. There was in the midst of the talk, there was a performance happening in that goddamn place. There was literally a performance. I think it was like a cavalry thing. It's similar to St. Augustine. Regiment cavalry trying to defend the fort and all that stuff. Like this, like the New World is basically like a colonial. It's a colonial city. It's a colonial town. It's a historic country that was in the New World. Like it's the New World. So
I miss that. So much history has come by. Yes, it's slow. I don't know that much of history, but my only kind of arrogant theory that because this is Canada's history, so there was a moment, just a small moment where things slowed down. This is just me being stupid. Me, I don't know.
yeah, that part right here. Me being stupid. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Again, I know for myself. I I look at geopolitically. I don't know much of Canada, but I do know that from what I've learned, it is way more of a territory. I think it was much older than, of course, America. The United States of America is actually not. We're not the center of the world anymore. Canada. Funny enough, is that Canada is the one country like it's actually older than the United States, even though as a new placement. Yeah, yeah, but like on the Northern American side, there's countries out here. Columbus came in. He came to the Caribbean. He said, "Oh shit, this isn't India, sir. No, instead it's a new continent, a whole new world. It's a whole new world."
but also had their history with Native Americans. This used to be Native territory.
Hmm.
But man, you cannot deny they would build stuff like this. Something out of a. I mean, look at this. It looks like of a one of the that tower from Disney in Tokyo Disney Sea, Tower of Terror. Look
Yeah,
at
it
that.
does. On God, that tower right there definitely looks like Tokyo Disney Sea. I could see the bro. You cannot see. You can see the similarity right here. On God, bro. On God, you can see the Tower of Terror, or maybe, yeah. Hold on a second. Tower. Yeah. You. Oh, damn right. I am right. You definitely could see the similarity. Look at this. You can definitely see the similarity. It, or perhaps, okay, I think, okay, I think I know. Okay, we're talking about theme parks. You know what? Let's talk about theme parks. The Tower of Terror Tokyo Disney Sea ride over there at Tokyo Disney in Japan. They took somewhat the references, maybe in my opinion, in Quebec. I mean, if you look at, like, I took pictures of the place. I mean, if you look at front side of the area, you do see some like a resemblance. You know, some of the hotels, the architecture that's very 1700, 1800s, kind of like the Texas inspired by Quebec. I think this hotel, or probably there was another hotel somewhere all along in the world in Europe that inspired the Tower of Terror of Tokyo Disney Sea, the Japanese Tower of Terror at Disney's Tokyo Disney. I keep saying Tokyo Disney Sea. All right, the Japanese version of a Tower of Terror, because we're talking about theme parks, and since we're talking about theme parks, ladies and gentlemen, since we're talking about theme parks, we have now officially there is official news. And I'm gonna be conversating this. I'm probably gonna make a video out of this, record a video, and restart it over again. It's gonna be like today on live wise. It's gonna be like a script. I'm saying it for real. Probably this the second time I'm probably gonna say this. Might get a little bit scripted, but I want to upload it either way of my way on YouTube because I have the microphone. I have this thing. All right, not you. I because I am I'm streaming. However, uh, I don't really exist. Fuck, I really don't exist. Okay, but as we're into it, I want to talk about the Tokyo Disney Sea thing, man. The evidence is going on now since that we do have potential like information that it will come to Islands of Adventure. I did watch a lot of videos. Captured the Magic has talked about it. I mean, you know, capture. I think Attractions magazines have talked about it. No, 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 no. Who's the other one? I know that Park Place talked about it. Capture the Magic talked about it. Ken Posnick has talked about it. Shout out to Ken Posnick. You don't know Ken Posnick, you got to see. He is the man of talking about the good things of Orlando. I think I think there was another guy that I do talk about. He's coming to that also about doing this. I mean, right now, like at the meantime, I am looking at like Reddit comments, even though Reddit it's full is like a woke place, but fuck it. But either ways, yeah. Like in the meantime, let me just keep on going.
In Tokyo Disney Sea, Tower of Terror, the Japanese version.
Yeah, Japanese version. That's good. Yeah.
But this is what the old style is. The old text. Now it's not like 1400 years old, before. No, it was contacted. It was there, But it was not like, hey, Vlad the Impaler just popped up there. No. No, 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 no. Innovation, progress that led to here. But also trust, sometimes sin.
It's a beautiful ass scene. I'm gonna lie. It's a beautiful ass scenery here. What the fuck?
Sin.
Yeah, I said like I'm from Orlando, okay? I am from Florida, so we don't have any of this. We don't have upscale levels, upper level things. Just seeing the hill go down and down, and you see the people down there, and then you realize there's a town side much lower down there, like this. It's just so irresistible to even comprehend.
It's the same thing as everything else.
It like you can see the lake hanging up there, and it's on the East Coast, so it's a new wow factor for me.
Fuck it, man. Thought that if I fall over here and I got too drunk, nice drop on this bitch.
On God. Yep, that's true. Well, look, that's true right there. Yeah, I was at the edge. Look at that edge, man. That edge is approximately 25 feet. At least, yeah, like not, yeah. Approximately tw- almost 15 feet drop. It's a 15 feet drop. You will not make, like, you can stay alive, but you'll have a good number of bones broken if you don't abide. And I'd be stupid enough to walk on the edge. Yeah, and again, I was spacious too. I'm short as fuck, so I can't handle space. Yeah, this part right here. Oh, I have this. Okay, this one needs, but takes out the audio. Yeah, right here. Yeah, this is the art district. I did this part right here. I actually talked to an artist. I actually had an interview. It's like a 6 minute interview artist, but I didn't want to fill up too much information, so I'm trying to keep this shit short. honestly, because I record a lot of videos. But it was a little art fest. It was like a little art gallery over there. Um, I think people were selling it, but it was like more like an important event on the weekends. People vending and all that stuff. Like here in the small town of Ocala, there was like a vending area on every weekend. And here it's like that's Inuit plates arts. Some are different tribes. Yeah, this is like this person this art this person. I have the video of it. I talked to her. She was regarding to talking about painting and doing plate work that represents like the indigenous peoples over there in Canada, in Quebec, and Nunavut, in Vancouver, British Columbia, all the way to Alberta. Like the Cree Indians, for example. We had Lakotas in Canada. Surprisingly, you had of course in the Pacific Northwest, the Haidas, the Tlingits, the Kwakiutl, Kwakwakwaks, those ones, and of course the Inuits, Nunavits, and I don't know the other tribes, but yeah, this right here, like this guy had a lot of good expedition. Yeah, this one, like it looks like this part where I could take a good photo because it's still this whole place was colonial. Holy shit, this place was whole colonial. Yeah. Right. Yeah, this is just this scene right here. This shit definitely looks like an Assassin's Creed DLC site, bro. Despite being the Timu France of Canada, bro. Oh my god, yo! I definitely be roasting the shit out of the name, bro. I actually am about to. I am working on a thumbnail. I don't want to call it this way, but that's what it is to my opinion. What I just said right this moment, Timu France. That's what Quebec. That's what. Okay, Montreal is Timu Paris. Quebec is Timu Mont Saint Cheval. Or say it differently. It was France on a budget, but I should have called it Timu France, yo. But look at this place. It does look like an Assassin's Creed DLC site. It does look like that like the buildings here. Many people taking photos here, and it's because there's even balconies and by a restaurant, so people you just sit there, drink, eat, talk to your friends, talk to have a date, and you can see the building right there across there. It's because it's like everything is so like down there.
So this right here is called Petit Chemin, something like that. Dude, look at this place, man. This is unreal. See, this is what we don't have in Florida. Hills. Like the kind of stairs you just walk downstairs and then you see a place like this. This is so freaking beautiful. What in the hell? I should have bring my freaking drawing pad, yo. I should have bring my damn drawing pad. On God.
On God, yeah. I should have bring my drawing pad. I did, which is crazy. Which is crazy enough. I brought my drawing pad to my trip, and then I didn't do anything. I could have stayed there. I could have drawn. But it was pretty windy. That's another thing, and it was hella cold too. Though it was like in the 60s. Surprisingly enough, I did set it in the video, right? If in here, I think in the video, I did said that yeah, I did set it.
Conventions.
Yeah, right here.
It's springtime, which is fun. It's comfortable. It's kind of like the weather right now is on the 60s,
Yeah, I did set it.
right? And generally, if you're in 60 degrees, you're a native in Canada, you would ought to be just don't even need it too. adjust to like wear sweaters. But I'm surprised I'm weird. I see a lot of people wear sweaters here.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, but like I said, yeah, like I was there. It was 60 degrees, 50 degrees, and people were surprisingly wearing sweaters. People were generally wearing sweaters, and I'm like, what's going on? Huh, you know? Okay. Oops.
Place, man. This is unreal. See, this is what we don't have in Florida. Hills. Like the kind of stairs you just walk downstairs and then you see a place like this, man. This is so freaking beautiful. What in the hell? This is. I should have bring my freaking drawing pad, yo. I should have bring my damn drawing pad. On God.
For real. Damn, I look sexy. I look fucking sexy. I got this freaking like I don't know why I don't do it. I have this small little goatee that I don't want to grow for some reason. I just get uncomfortable.
Pad, yo. I should have bring my damn drawing pad. I should have bring my freaking drawing pad, yo. I should have bring my damn drawing pad. Pad, yo. Man, this is so freaking beautiful. What in the hell? This. I should have bring my hills. Like the kind of stairs you just walk downstairs and then you see a place like this, man. This is so freaking beautiful. What in the hell? This is. Dude, look at this place, man. This is unreal. So this right here is called Petit Chemin, something like that. Dude, look at this place, man. This is.
All right, so I could add I could duplicate again. Or yeah, no, I could duplicate for a bit. I can duplicate for a bit. Just probably over here. Punto, bitch. Yeah. Oh, okay. Where was I even talking about? Okay. Well, what was I even talking about? Oh, yes. Let's talk about something I was supposed to bring out about. Was I talking about theme parks? Yes, I was talking about theme parks. At the meantime, I was definitely talking about theme parks. Oh my god, I just exposed my damn music! But it's okay. Now everything's failed. But thanks to a connection loss, now it's recorded. Now you know that I'm not a very perfect human being. That's good. I'm not a perfect human being. I'm like you and like me. But I was bringing it out. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, as I was bringing it out was the whole. I was checking on Reddit, even though Reddit is a DEI bioweapon. Who don't know the single thing, but hey, this is I'm looking at the comments about this. Confirm. Look, this is coming from Exceed. Yeah, Exceed is on Reddit. It said confirmed. Pokemon experience covets universal locations worldwide. Yes, sir. Like, I'm very excited for this. Is it going to be a section epic? No, I think it will not be in a section epic. Could be in yes. Unless I would say yeah. Although I'm still upset. Although it is not Lord of the Rings, which they should have been in Islands of Adventures for sure. This should have been in Islands of Adventure, the Lord of the Rings. But it's that is going to be a wild transition from Pokemon into Hogsmeade. I think Harry Potter is not going to make it so much after once Pokemon goes into this. Imagine One Piece. I would be crazy. Bro, imagine how frustrated Japan would be if One Piece was first to be built in Islands of Adventures rather in Japan, even though that's not gonna happen. But if it was definitely into one, if One Piece definitely did started in Islands of Adventure, except Japan, before even Japan ever started their own project in their homeland because of One Piece, because One Piece is Japanese all the way. Oh my god, that would fucking be hilarious. That would be hilarious, bro. Because man, this is the theme park capital of the world, yo. We're all right. Besides being, Boricua 2.0, right? Right. This is the theme park capital of the world, and it should stay that way touristically. All right. Don't mind the Puerto Ricans and the Haitians running amok, bro. Mind the theme parks. Mind the theme parks. Look, this could be lost content. I would hope so. This deserves more than just a parade, singular event. Look, coming to our land. It has been confirmed to me privately. Okay, look, Robert Niles. Okay, this is coming from the information on Reddit. Get ready to rumble bear. He said he copied and pasted this on the response. He said, look, Robert Niles from Theme Park Insider, and Theme Park Insider is a somewhat well-known a theme park website and channel on within amusement park YouTube. Yes, the theme park community, basically theme park community, because I'm talking about theme parks. I can talk about anime. I can talk about other shit, EDM, porn. Fuck it. Porn and racism. What? Okay, but let me concentrate. Okay. It has been confirmed to me privately that the project taking over much lower former lost continent space in Universal Orlando Adventure will be themed to Pokemon. But now, right, it said that privately. He said privately because it was not because people were talking rumors about it. People really wanted to talk about is Legend of Zelda, about being in Islands of Adventures, but I would primarily say it should belong to Epic Universe, Islands of Event in with that stuff. I would say too, right? But then now he said it publicly confirmed that whatever Universe is developing, it will happen in Osaka, Japan. No, it's coming worldwide, right? And if you know anything about Robert Niles, is that he doesn't post or discuss rumors unless it's very, very extensive with data to at least back it up. Old school theme park journalism. That's the key. That's the key. You know how difficult it is to keep such a news that hard. You know how hard it is, right? That deep of a secret. You had to gaslight people, like people in the industry would have to gaslight half of the community, so the half of that community would gaslight the rest of the other community to say, okay, this is not happening yet, we don't know yet, but we're just tipping in, tipping out, this and that, because I mean the photos are there, the permits are there, man. They did a permit on Lost Continent. They're gonna take it out now. I don't know. Yeah, because Poseidon, they're not gonna leave Poseidon's Fury out the get go, and including the Sinbad attraction, which was alive until 2010, I think. They closed down the Sinbad water show. Look, well, now that is interesting. I've never thought Zelda or Lost Continent and Pokemon or for Simpson. No, but no curveball. Imagine, right? As much as I love the section to be Zelda, I think the biggest priority for me now is to maintain the Mythos cuisine. The Mythos cuisine would be will last. It will last. One for sure. I'm gonna say this. Like there was a theme park news regarding to like DC Comics coming to Universal, right? Coming to Islands of Adventure. There was talks about that. And look, they say, look, if the rights, right, for years fans assumed DC would remain tied to Six Flags, but a Bloomberg report suggests that according to sources, Warner Brothers Discovery is now early talks with multiple operators, including Comcast Universal's division, including, right, to explore future DC attractions. If this move progresses, it would mark one of the biggest shakeups in theme park licensing in decades, placing DC and Universal in the same way for the first time in a very real way, right? Personally, for me, if they do it, oh shit, I can't believe it. But uh, reality speaking, like the contract with Islands of Adventures and Marvel is so permanent locked. I mean, it's been there since the day it opened back in 1999. Back in 1999, right? So that's not gonna happen, honestly. Like the history there, it's 90s based. It's just got this legacy in there in Marvel Comics. I don't think that's ever gonna leave for sure. You know? Okay,
Oh God, like
okay, right here I could just lower down, or I could just cut. Then the pinga. Oh no 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 the pinga. All right. All right, but yeah, like I said, like if they're willing to do that, you're gonna need the whole trust of the fans and the community who seen Marvel, who remember Marvel at the time before Disney bought them. There was there were completely nobodies. They were almost bankrupt. Like Marvel was almost bankrupt by from their losses and stuff, and like Blade had to was the one that came up and saved the world, honestly. Like oh hell. Wait, let me hear this one. Oh, hold on. I got this. All right. But yeah, so into this, right? So like for years, fans assumed the DC universe, right? Strategic pivot as WBD reshapes itself. Warner Brothers currently in the middle of the most chaotic reshuffling in its modern history, with the company negotiating with a massive asset sale. And I'm still shocked that Warner Brothers one at before it fell, Warner Brothers was like a government, was like literally an international government level studio, and it goes on sale. How can you do that? That's literally like Donald Trump taking Greenland as the 51st state. That's what it really looked like to Warner Brothers. Imagine like if Disney goes on sale. Can you imagine Disney going on sale? Oh my god, bro. It's the biggest brand on earth and the most corrupt brand on earth, honestly. It's the most Epstein ass brand on earth. Okay, I'm going too far. That's Nickelodeon actually. But like look, with the company negotiating with the master, like there was many talks about this. Right now, Six Flags holds the rights to many DC themed rides as it is, because Warner Brothers, they have their own theme parks. Keep in mind, Warner Brothers have their own theme parks around the world. In Australia, Warner Brothers Movie World. There's another theme world, Marvel Brothers movie world, over in Spain, Portaventura. There's another Marvel's, I think, there's another Marvel's movie world or Motion Gate. I think that's what it is. Motion Gate in Dubai, in in the UAE, and then another movie world or like an indoor theme park, DC Comics Universe, Warner Brothers, in once again in Saudi Arabia, right? And it's an indoor theme park, and they're gonna probably build another one, or probably potentially is another one in East Asia, probably in Japan or in China. China's fucking going insane with it with the technology it has right now. Oh my god. It's definitely going insane. Look, right now, Six Flags holds the rights to many DC theme rides. Batman, Wonder Woman, villains cross. Yes, villain themes cross. Yes. Imagine we have a Loki ride in Orlando or in California. What they don't have is, however, are the fully immersive worlds that become the hallmark of Universal and Disney's attractions. Six Flags use the branding, but they don't offer deep themed environments to today's guests. Tell that to the people, to the movie world. That Park Place source has indicated that Six Flags has lost partial rights connected to the project, raising the possibility that the company may no longer hold exclusivity in the arrangement. While details remain closely guarded, the information suggests a meaningful shift behind the scenes. Inaccurate, this and that, right? So they're talking, since it's because due to the licensing, and then there's the talks of that they're gonna want to put Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman to replace Marvel superhero in Islands of Adventures, because Islands of Adventures, it has been around there for quite a long time. Personally, that's not gonna happen. Truthfully, that's not gonna happen. But it's a permanent grip, and the audience and the people do not want that, actually, because it's been there since it opened, and the setting, the atmosphere. If you just take it all out, you're taking out history. It's already, it's open since the 19th. It's since literally the year before Y2K come up. Honestly, 2 years before two giant airplanes hitting two giant buildings in New York City. All right, that park in Islands of Adventure was as famous as September 11th. It was as famous as when Venezuela became No, my God, it was as famous. So I don't know. That's like on serious. Like it's not gonna go away. You're gonna have to completely tell the world that you're gonna have to you're sacrificing Marvel, since Guardians of the Galaxy is in Epcot, and the Spider-Man and Iron Man is in Disneyland. So the only excuse scapegoat is to Universal, right? Right? Is if you put DC Comics in California. But that would be confusing. Now, again, it'll be confusing because you have two companies, two superhero comics brands that are international, almost universal right now. You're going, meeting face to face, right? Meeting face to face from different parts of the country. With God knows how much money is it built by? I would say that because of the rights and its permanency, I don't think that's going to happen. I would say Universal Studios Hollywood would best keep anime, put some anime into it, just like Universal Studios in Japan. In Japan, they're putting Shonen Jump in constantly because it's their place. Though I think it would be more important too if Universal could at least add some Dark Horse comics, but that's impossible. Oh yeah.
But like, I'm kind of convinced to myself that if I wanted to go to France, I don't really need to go to truly France or Europe. France is here in Quebec. Man, basically Quebec is like a budget France.
A budget France. I said in my last video, I said it was Timu France. Because that's what it is, because people are speaking French. Bonjour, bonjour, you know? Niggas were speaking Timu France, bro. It was Timu France. Some people were like, yo, fuck you. Like straight up. And they're like, nigga, what you say, dog? Like calling my beautiful country of Quebec, my state of Quebec, Timu France, bro. I'm sorry, but that's what it was. It's a beautiful place. It's so lovable, but you know, Timu France, yo. It's Timu France. It's Timu France, dog. Oh my god, yo. Yeah. Yeah, this right here, yeah. All right, that right here is like this is the that's the that was once the concept for Islands of Adventures for DC Comics. But Warner Brothers came in and they hold the grip. Cartoon theme park. Oh, they could have done it. I mean, the only way that ever is gonna happen on behalf, right? If DC Comics ever goes to Universal and Islands of Adventure, knowing I know damn well that's not gonna happen. I know damn well it's not gonna happen because it's a permanent grip, and it's already stapled that since the contract with Marvel superhero comics is hard locked through history before Disney was even purchased Marvel, right? That it's gonna stay there. That is the genuine, authentic, bro. Marvel Superhero Island is the one place right now in Florida and or probably everywhere in the United States where you see the authentic Marvel superhero comics that but before Disney purchased it. Like the type of Marvel comics that was highly like almost uncensored. It's like a kind of like that. This was like a Marvel Comics time before Disney came in and say, "Hey, you know, why you want to make the adventures happen?" And right. So I think what's more of a focus is the possibility that it's true now, right? Pokemon coming to Islands of Adventures would be the more detailed, would be the more prominent, right? There's no dedicated Pokemon operating in Unicorn now because it's got to be built. Like I said, they have officially confirmed in Orlando's resort, right? While specific ride details remain under wraps, construction demolition are going lost continent as it should. As it should. This is, I mean, it said it on here in Pokemon, yeah, coming into Universal. Look, rollout after debuting in Japan, the experience will expand. Oh, the rollout begins in Japan, so we're gonna have to. So I'm gonna be on my 30s, bro. I'm gonna be in my 30s, but the moment it comes out, you're gonna have to wait. It's gonna be like Epic Universe, bro. You're gonna have to wait when Tokyo, Japan, when Nintendo opened in Tokyo. That was 2016, 2018, right? Let it happen there for a few years, and then the next year it's coming to Nintendo Land's coming to Universal Studios Hollywood, and after that, now it's coming to Florida, which now officially has came to Florida. Ah, de pinga. Cabrón, 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 cabrón. But it's well deserved. I mean, it's Japan after all, bro. But imagine how insanely hilarious would it be if One Piece, if they start building Pokemon, or no, at the moment they instead of Pokemon coming to Islands of Adventures, they secretly build One Piece in Islands of Adventure. You know how freaking offended the Japanese would be, like, hey, like, nani sore? 何してんだえ? Oh my god, yo. That's what's gonna happen. They're gonna tilt and gonna pull out samurai swords.
Getting hungry right now. Just gonna eat something alone.
Honestly, like, bro, like, cause One Piece is a staple of Japan. Well, not really, but it's a staple to anime now, bro. Like, you're gonna absolutely take away my One Piece. You're gonna build my One Piece without consent, right? You're gonna build my One Piece without any consent, without my consent. You motherfuckers, dog. Oh shit. Like, yo, like, you're gonna take away. Like, you think you can go to my place? You can come to you can go take away your lost continent, and then suddenly, and I mean suddenly, you think you can build One Piece right after demolishing your lost continent? You could have built freaking Lord of the Rings, which they should build Lord of the Rings. I don't know why no one wants to do that. For some reason, no one wants to do that for some reason. Where it is the best, and I mean the best, the most already well-formed franchise out there. But it's okay. All right? It's all right. We don't need it. But they had it there. It'll be a good concept. It'd be a good concept. Either ways, perhaps Lord of the Rings will reach to Britain. And if it does, congratulations. Perhaps it's well deserved. I mean, no hard feelings. So now, okay, so we had to wait for years. Espero que este para el año que viene. I love how they could possibly come to every park except UK. Oh, listen, as the kids resort isn't even open yet, they're saying that it's possibly coming. We'll have to very excited. Oh my god, for real. Universal's just taking W's left and right, man. Disney better look out. Bro, for real, bro. W's in the chat, yo. Universal Studios having hard W's, bro. They're getting W's left and right, bro. Taking W's. I hope those come true to seeing their false advertisement. Oh, shit. That's another thing, too. Let's not forget the main character, the Mickey Mouse of Universal Studios, Woody the Woodpecker. We had to find a new home for Woody Woodpecker. Otherwise, he's ghosted out, man. Otherwise, Woody Woodpecker will cease to exist, bro. Like, there's cartoons out there that need revision. Okay, so needed revision. Here, right here. Oh shit! Oh yeah. Oh.
Third day of element here in Quebec. I'm going to a very special ass place. I didn't know this existed, yo. There's literally over there is you're gonna see this is crazy shit. I'm gonna be inside something you've never seen before in my life. I know for my first time seeing my phone.
All right, so this place, all right, right here. This is, I kid you not, a fictional place that should never exist, but it exists. It's actually very impressive due to climate change over there. It's literally an indoor theme park. It's a little mini amusement park inside a goddamn mall. called Mega Park. It is it was trippy that I went there. I rode a roller coaster multiple times. Now, this place is primarily for kids, right? Though it actually has 4 attractions if you look at the zip line. So that zip line right there, it was closed. So I it was only up to 3. But even though it's still a kids like a kids place, that didn't phase me at all. There was because adults rode this attraction. I mean, real kids shows. I mean, there's like bumper cars and everything. Very fun stuff. But I've seen there's literally ice skating. Like there was literally a roller coaster inside. All right, and next to that roller coaster and out of this theme park is literally a freaking food mart. So you can watch people ride rides, right? And even play arcade games in this bitch. Look at that. It's got a skating rink. You can skate over there. It's a whole trail of skating rinks, right? It's got the roller coaster, yo. It's got a roller coaster in there. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, dog? What is going on, dog? I impulsively needed to ride a roller coaster. I really needed to go to that roller coaster, yo. And I did. I literally did. Right here. Now, I'm going to make a separate vlog of Mega Park. It's going to be only very like merely 3 minutes. Honestly, because it's impossible, yo. It's impossible to see this. It's impossible to like to comprehend what I was watching. I mean, I still gotta download way more because it's in a mall, right? Because it's just so much, bro. I rode the roller coaster, man. I didn't download it. I gotta download it soon enough, but on my Google stuff. But I don't want to take too long. I don't want to risk it. Thank God now the reception's back. Until it dies off again. So I'm just using my connection as long as I can. All right. I'm just gonna. This one's gonna probably be separated. This one is. I did add. Oh no! Wait. Oh my God! My high ass. I did. Right here, yo. Oh my lord, yo. Yes, buddy. I did. There it is. It's so dark. It's an indoor theme park, bro.
Yeah, here we go. It's dark.
I'm stupid.
Much faster, all that stuff. Yo, what is going on here, yo? This is already I'm in a roller coaster.
Like it was a smooth ride. Like right, like yeah, it was a smooth ride. I rode it like so that roller coaster right there is like 2 times. Like you go there 2 times. You go into this you go there, you first climb up, you drop and all that stuff. Only twice because it was like a one loop and another loop. So it keeps the ride going. So I make that quick peek right there. I didn't. That was the second part. That was the second part, yo. But it was still way more, man. Still way more. God damn it. It was still way more. I want to go check. Oh yeah, my high ass, and then the rest is just the mall. What the hell I do? Ah,
I'm going to Montreal, Canada, or should I just say Canada in general? We're going to Quebec. We're going to Montreal. To Montreal, Canada, or should I just say Canada in general? We're going to Quebec. Saturday. Keep in mind, this is on a Saturday. This
all right. So this right here. But it's this roller coaster, yo. Yeah, I'll ride this. Oh,
okay, that was it for today. You know, I did road. I was gonna ride the one pendulum ride, but I decided to ride a drop tower. So because there was a lot of kids there, so I was like, okay, let me skip the rest. Now, I hope you guys appreciate. I got that for this new special video I'm about to upload on YouTube on Mega Parks. This is my first.
oh wait, this is the yeah no this one. I think I downloaded. That should be for the separate one. Yeah, that one. It's not I've got to delete it. It's the wrong one. It's a right one, but I'm gonna have to. That's gonna be for the separate one. But I didn't record the other one. I have a lot of stuff to record, but at the rest, I did have to put the mall. Yeah, that mall right there. Already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did add a. Oh, puta madre, muévase. Oh, did I forgot to add the S? Hitchhas. Right there. And then, yeah, so this one right here, yeah. It's gonna be lo-fi anyway. I'm still putting good lo-fi music. So this right here, it's like 2 locations for part 1. I'm doing part 1 because I was there for a week. So I'm not, I want to keep it kind of part 1, part 2. So still got a lot of stuff to put out. Yeah, that. Okay. Skip that. Oh, damn. I forgot about this one. Or no, we're gonna actually take this out. Or oh yeah, it's already reached to a point. All right, it reached to a point.
Gotcha pond. So here, this is a small gotcha pond here. Actually, you know what? Quick side note. You know, I was supposed to go to the Bisu, store, and I was supposed to go to gotcha pond hunting in back in the city of Orlando because the new recently gachapon they did going over here. This is straight up gachapon. It's like toy stuff collectibles. You see out of Japan, Japanese shit right here. But I will have to let you guys know. I will have to make a video, a quick video. It's small. These are just places. Honestly, I want to do this. I got the pizza store. Make a quick video out of it.
Yeah, yeah. This one, yeah. This is like a gachapon. This was literally a gachapon in Quebec.
No recording. Yeah. Right here. Gachapons right here. This is a small gachapon area. Actually, you know what? Quick side note. I was supposed to go to the Bisu store, and I was supposed to go to gachapon hunting in back in the city of Orlando because the new recently gachapon they did going over here. This is straight up gachapon. It's like toy stuff collectibles. You see out of Japan, Japanese shit. See Las Vegas. Tomorrowland, I'm not doing it. I'll probably go do Tomorrowland, but the rest, I gotta get some ideas. I don't know. I'm still gonna try to do a comic.
Just like a whole commentary. I think there was like how long did I spoke on this video? Hold on, how long did I spoke on this video? Like a minute. Oh, it's like merely a minute and 4 seconds. But I got like I can cut out and stuff. All right, I don't want to extend it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. But that's 17 minutes that's the furthest. Okay, 17 minutes is the furthest. After that, you don't want to go too far because then I had to put. Besides, I gotta put up the end of the things. I don't want to go too far. So I can just duplicate and start cutting right here. Buddy, I can cut. All right, that's good.
Right here.
Now that it's like this, and this.
Quick side note. I was supposed to. Small gachapon area. This is gachapons right here. This is a small gachapon area. Actually, you know what? Quick side note. I was supposed to go to the Bisu store, and I was supposed to go to gachapon hunting in back in the city of Orlando because the new recently gachapon they did going over here. This is straight gachapon. It's like toy stuff collectibles. You see out of Japan, Japanese shit. But I will have to let you guys know. I will have to make a video, a quick video. It's small. It's just places. Honestly, I wanted to really check out the t-shirt store, make a quick video out of it, hopefully. And then of course well, not to mention the fact I got some drawings, art I want to do too. I want to keep the streaming and the art streaming live. I did EDC Las Vegas. Tomorrowland, I'm not doing it. I'll probably will do Tomorrowland, but the rest, I gotta get some ideas. I don't know. I'm still gonna try to do a comic strip. I want to do a comic strip, honestly. But what I'm really talking about. What I'm really talking about.
Okay, that right there. Okay,
What I'm really.
yeah, right there. I think just the audio cuts because I was indoors, so. No, you belong. Where are you? All right, now I'm going to the mall. It's gonna have to be small snippets, small little snippets, small little snippets. One. All right, now I'm gonna have to cut editing and editing, and I have to cut. I have to keep on cutting this part. Keep it as there long, bro. Please hold as long as you can, yo. Like hold, yo, hold as long as you can, yo. Please ask. Whore. Currently, there is no dedicated. And there's no dedicated Pokemon land or ride operating Orlando. Yeah, this and that. All right. Bro, as a matter of fact, I do want to check out in Orlando. Gotcha. Gachapon, right? Oh, there's Gachapons in Epcot. Oh shit. There's Gachapons in Epcot. There's even Gachapons. No, but this one is a Gacha USA. Okay, this one is a separate place. There's all. Oh my god, yes. Claw Machine arcades. It's all Japanese based. The one thing that is getting into my mind that that is missed that well that is that is itching on my head is that you know they're not they're just scattered, right? They're just scattered. Those like since we're now rising with the theme parks and thanks to Super Nintendo, it was because of Super Nintendo and of course the new trends and stuff. I mean, because most of this shit, like the most of the stuff, right? It's all like it's all scattered. It's all trends, but I don't think that should be because I think the K-pop in USA when it first opened, that shit was back in the 2010s. That was just like the 2009. I think that's what. Wait. When did anime stores and um, merch and culture first arrived? That's the question. Okay. Actually, what did it first arrived? Okay. Okay. Like anime stores in the early 1990s? Okay, look, the scene kicked off in 1992 when the Japanese Animation Club of Orlando, JCon, formed at the University of. Okay, it formed in in the city, Central Florida, laying the foundation of fame. So it started in the 1990s. Oh shit. Right? But like the first genuine store, right? I think the first genuine store. I know the AFO, right? AFO started in from the history where it says like 2000. That's just the convention, but we're talking about the first store. When did the first actual store? Hold on. How about the first anime store in Orlando? It's gonna. I think I know for sure it was 2009. I know it's for sure 2009. Okay, hold up. Hmm. The first Oriental trading house and house of the first storefronts dedicated East Asian as anime were for. Oh, it started in local service fans. But it was a group in the 1990s. Before this, these specialized retail spaces arrived at Orlando's earliest fan. Okay, yeah, no, that's that. Of course, we know merchandise. But we're talking about like a genuine. How about like a as in a in genuine. Wait, how do you spell genuine? How do you spell genuine? Gen. Wait, gen. Okay, that's how it is. As in genuine. As in. Okay, come on. I need it. Oh, okay. It was in 1995 then. Okay. I thought it was in like in the 2000s because anime really wasn't that well known until I guess it did reach to Orlando. Maybe because it's oh, okay. Florida Oriental Trading, located on East Colonial Drive. Okay, in Little Saigon, in the Vietnam, where the Saigonese people are there, the Vietnamese were there, that Vietnam town, and then established dedicated storefront in 1995 that aggressively shifted to importing specialized Japanese otaku goods. For the first time, local fans didn't have to hunt through grocery aisles, and they can walk into a. Oh shit! Okay, so it was just okay. It started in the 1990s, literally when Islands of Adventures was no when Universal Studios was on process building Islands of Adventure. It had Back to the and while Disney as well was on process building on in freaking oh shit when it's during building Disney's Animal Kingdom, and then SeaWorld as well, and the thing and as well as the as well I think theme Sea Worlds with Aquatica. Wet and Wild was back in the day. Ooh, you guys don't know Wet and Wild. Y'all guys don't know Wet and Wild. Six Flags when we had a Six Flags in Florida with Warner Brother characters before they closed that shit off, and we had Splendid China until we realized it was a CCP psyop by a guy from China. um, but no, pre 1995 colonial shop comic book shop era. If you're looking for the earliest physical counter where you can buy translated manga imported model kits before a standalone manga imported model kits, or before a standalone anime shop existed, you had to visit local comic hubs. Okay, Enterprise 1701, later named Sci-Fi City, operating near Orlando Naval Training Center in the 1990s. This massive geek landmark was the absolute go-to destination for the earliest waves of Central Florida otaku. Uh, they were first major local retailer to dedicate entire wall section to imported Tokyo hobby goods, Robotech merchandise, and early translated manga. Okay. So the otaku culture, and the anime manga culture has been around since basically okay, so it's just basically like every other place in the United States. I mean, we know Astro Boy and Speed Racer and I think in the 1980s Dragon Ball, the first Dragon Ball, to Voltron and Lupin the Third. When they first arrived, yeah, like we would consider like just cartoons, although they're actually anime. You know, that's yeah, like it was there until actual anime thanks to Toonami. So Toonami introduced the name when John McDonald did it. It was basically introduced to Toonami anime, and anime became big in the United States mainly because of the 1990s, right? Although it actually was existent throughout the 1960s. Just that the word anime and its otaku, culture and all the weeb stuff that we all love as weebs and as nerds and as geeks, it all happened. It all came around 1990s, and Latin America, and lucky for Latin America, they have anime absolutely uncensored. But in the United States, we only have animes that were literally censored. They literally censored a good number of it because of the thought, because of our arrogant monkey brain of close mindedness, and because the Bible, the strict laws of God in the Bible in the government said, animes for children, but in reality it wasn't. Anime. I'm a Aqua Teen. You cannot convince you can fool a child saying that Aqua Teen Hunger Force is for kids, but you cannot fool a full-grown teenager to saying that Aqua Teen Hunger Force is for kids. You can't. Okay, because a teenager knows that Aqua Teen Hunger Force is not for children, rather than the child who is under 12 knows what Aqua Teen Hunger Force is. And I watched when I was in elementary school, Aqua Teen Hunger Force secretly. All right. And I knew, oh shit, this is something else that I liked actually. Besides Rick and Morty, besides, I think there was another 2000s Adult Swim cartoon, I remember. The Venture Bros and Metalocalypse. So you cannot convince me. You can't So yeah, look, finally in the June of last year, Sci-Fi acquired the storefront next door and converted it to the arena. Okay. The content enterprise didn't expect the major blow in 1995. The closing of Naval Training Center just hurt, says Frank. I mean, hurt. With no recruits coming to center and the last current recruits to graduate and leave 1998. The store was facing dangerous growth and drops in tails, so before the last recruit graduate, the store relocated to a huge 10,000 square 10K square foot reflects what is a sci-fi city in June last year. Going to surf on it, converted to the arena, a gaming gathering mecca. So it's video game. Oh yeah, the gaming scene, like Orlando has a lot of aside from like GameStop and stuff, we have now retro game stores that are that are um that are in Sand Lake, like Sand Lake Road and Vietnam and Full Sail area part in Apopka. They were like very small. The one like I said, like my one comment on this is that they're all scat. Like there wasn't literally a centralized hub that locks in for them for all of the things that are within that geek culture. That's the thing, because International Drive with all the attractions and gaming and all the arcades that run there. Remember, we are the city that actually has way more than Las Vegas. Keep that in mind. Or maybe I'm wrong. Los Angeles has more because California, actually. Who knows? Because California has way more attractions than Florida. I mean, we in like there's like about what 38 amusement parks and theme parks all over California, but they're all across the entire state. We only the we have only a whole section of 20 theme parks, 20 parks and attractions, because it includes the water parks. I'm including Legoland. We're including even the pre-K theme park, Peppa Pig's Wonder Park. We're even including that in there. So basically, it's approximately like 20K, like no 20K, 20 parks in one city. Oh, not just that. Let's add Busch Gardens and the water parks, even the dinosaur parks that are in Florida. We're gonna have to add that. So Tampa has, like Tampa Bay Busch Gardens and then Adventure Island Busch Gardens now, right? So since that, right? So but back to our home city, we have dozens of attractions. I mean, I remember a time. I remember when we still had the Nickelodeon Hotel, and we were just venturing around the Nickelodeon Hotel. Remember, keep in mind, Nickelodeon Hotel had we used to the Nickelodeon Hotel before they closed. Now they're gonna bring back Nickelodeon Hotel. Now it's hopefully in this year or the next year, but apparently we're gonna have a living apartment of Nickelodeon. So I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna move straight to the Nickelodeon Hotel and probably sell. Maybe okay, maybe not. Who else, bro? Imagine going to live in the Nickelodeon Hotel. Oh, right there, bro. Oh my God, bro. Hold on a second. No, 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 no. But yeah, like the sequel wise of what we have today, and I know for sure, what the hell? Like I know for sure that I'm retarded. Okay, okay, okay. I let me bring back my pace. Okay, let me just continue on this stuff. We got the mall right here. Uh, No, I think I had to download them. Oh, I think, yeah. No, that's, yeah, no, I'm gonna, let's bring out the news again. Okay. Let me guys bring out the news. Now I wanted to talk about stuff, right? So that's already, I started my stream merely like 30, 40 minutes before because I try to stream up now. I know for sure that because I don't know what's going on with the tower, man. There's some we need a tower. I have we need generally a tower. Had to give that the message to that. But I want to, let's get to the topic. I really want to talk about stuff. I really want to talk about very interesting things. Let's talk about theme parks. Let's recap. Let's all recap the Pokemon news once and for all. Why not, huh? Oh my god. Let's recap the entire. Fuck! Okay, like I said again. Let's recap the entire news. Vamos! Or maybe I could. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna. All right, so I'm gonna do the whole going to the recording to the news. So I'm gonna record myself. Let's start it off once and for all. Okay, so I want to bring out the news today. So let's. I have said this. I didn't bring it out. I wanted to post this online, but I was too lazy because I was in the sheets doing sheet things. You know, here we are. I want to talk about as Element Reptile, guys. We have a news that's already been talked about throughout multiple locations, throughout multiple videos on YouTube, as already throughout multiple posts on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on on TikTok, on everything about it. It's just regarded to theme park news. We're in theme parks. So the announcement goes that from the Park Place, and as been said throughout as well, I saw it on Reddit. I saw it's said on Facebook that apparently that Pokemon theme parks, right? The Pokemon is officially coming to Universal Studios. Universal Studios. So it probably might have, to my point of view, that perhaps that it's gonna, since we are deconstructing, completely demolishing, Lost Continent, from like once and for all, or though we might just cover still save the restaurant, the Mystique restaurant, which is part of Lost Continent. It's probably like the whole ground of it, keeping it alive to the fact that it's still original, despite, right? We are gonna, to that point on that, but they're gonna completely close it off. Now, this is what it says. Universal Destinations and Experiences and the theme park and the Pokemon Company have announced plans to develop a new Pokemon theme park experience for Universal theme parks. This long-term Pokemon theme experience is set to be innovative, immersive, and world-class. The ultra-real experience will allow fans to walk into Pokemon World for themselves. The initial focus of the project will be Universal Studios Japan, although the company has already announced that it would like to make similar experiences and other Universal properties. The announcement did not come from many specificities, right? Specifics? Yeah, specifics. Oh my god, I'm like my grammar, yo. Hold up. Okay, back to what I was saying. Descriptions suggest a themed area, especially not given Universal's recent push toward immersive themed lands. However, Universal has not explicitly stated whether the new Pokemon experience will be a themed ride or a collection of interactive elements, right? So they once again, that's the job of Universal theme parks. Honestly, it is the job of Universal theme parks. They will try to tease you. They will say this and no, that's not it. We're gonna say oh no, but it's there. Because people were seeing photos. You're seeing the permits. You're seeing obvious things that that the for example, like Lost Continent and The Simpsons is gonna go away too. So they're taking out The Simpsons ride, and we were all screaming Pokemon, 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 right? But that's not the case. Islands of Adventures still has, we all know for sure, still has the first remaining islands, like Marvel Superhero Island. We had Jurassic Park. Now it's gonna be completely transformed to Jurassic World just to keep up the pace. We also had like Toon Lagoon, which was said that Toon Lagoon might count its days because it's been a staple since the 1990s. I mean, the condition of it's already so outdated that they had to kind of at some point there's already malfunctions and all that stuff. But even though, right? So starting in Japan. Okay. Starting in Japan, Universal, right, has collaborated with Pokemon companies since the past. Since 2021, the park has hosted limited Pokemon-themed parades and seasonal entertainment offerings. Those projects were temporary and did not involve permanent infrastructure. The newly announced initiative parks the first publicly confirmed effort to create a long-term Pokemon presence at the Universal theme park. Launching the Pokemon experience in Japan aligns with the franchise's origins, continued popularity in Japan or in the region. Pokemon was created in Japan in 1996. Yes, has maintained a strong cultural presence there. Universal Japan has been seen using previously a test location for major projects before their introduction to other markets. I mean, Japan right now, they built it like a separate Pokemon experience park in a city over there, or one of the series that is close to Tokyo. It's completely Pokemon based. It's like a park. It's like a walking experience, but people are reliving it, man. You have Pokemon attractions inside the Nintendo, in that Nintendo museum, where they can literally play interactive stand-on person-to-person gaming. So, I mean, there's Pokemon attractions that you saw. Like they even have Pokemon wells in Japan, dog. They got Pokemon literally manholes and Pokemon themed trains. All right, so it's the home ground, bro. I'm sorry, Japan has everything, yo. Japan has everything, man. But look, the announcement to make a Pokemon more permanent theme park stable comes as the franchise celebrates its 30th anniversary. According to Universal, Japan will serve as the starting point for the experience. Ooh, my bad. And that doesn't that right? So that is, but this is hopefully as permanent, or might be by trend. We don't know, but depending on Japan, because Japan has been releasing so much, anime, bro. Right? First was the jump summer with One Piece, with Demon Slayer, with Dragon Ball Z, with Godzilla, with Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer. Right now, those stuff now coming to FanFest in Universal's in Hollywood, and people get to see a One Piece show that took over the water world. Now people are seeing the Jujutsu Kaisen's 4D screen experience, right? Now you get to see a One Piece. Apparently, we were about to have rumors that was supposed to be that Lost Continent, right? That Lost Continent would be replaced with an apparent One Piece land. Although that's been debunked, because there's no way Japan's gonna let that happen. Imagine Japan finding out that we would secretly building One Piece without their permission, rather than Pokemon in Islands of Adventures. You know how fucking turned out turned up that will be? You know how completely tilted, you know how, dude, Japan will crash out, bro. Japan would, and we would be laughing. It would be hilarious because anime is now the new thing. Well, no, it's not the new thing. It's the last bastion of freedom of expression, honestly. And now, unfortunately, that thing's getting censored. But as I was saying, like it's more prominent than was to say, like the like DC Comics, the news about DC Comics coming to, Islands of Adventures, right? Like because of the, like this one, because Comcast officially exploring like the deal, but it's it's fairly, I think it will be fairly changed, will be like groundbreaking than debunking about Islands of Adventures at Orlando, because you had certain things like that in that place because of like this one. Comcast is gonna buy this, right? And then apparently we are going to have a comic book or DC Comics apparently about to replace, yeah, like here, DC Comics starting to replace, Marvel superhero comics at Islands of Adventures, which I think that's never gonna happen. Honestly, that's not gonna happen at all. You can tease it, no matter how hard they can push about it. Is that Marvel Comics, by whole in history, has have a staple, a grip staple to history of Islands of Adventure. Remember, Islands of Adventure opened at 1999. All right, so basically, Islands of Adventure was a Gen Zer. Stupid of me, but like, because like at the time Marvel was alone. Marvel was, homeless on once time, and during the 1990s they were going bankrupt until, until they made I think Blade. They made Blade, right? Which was literally 1992 to 2000. So I grew up as a kid. When I was a kid, I was in, remember, I was born 99, so I remember watching Blade in first grade, and yeah, I mean that was a full exposure of what it was, and that part at that time, Universal was without Disney, and it was completely uncensored. They did not hold back, man. Marvel was at the nit grit of the darkest shit possible, man. They had Punisher, they had, aside, they had Blade, they had Ghost Rider, and we were all watching that. We were all watching Ghost Rider, we were all watching Blade. They had those keeping alive. They had Elektra, they had the first Brad Pitt, Daredevil before Charlie Cox, and it was completely no hold back. Doctor Strange was no hold back, you know. But oh yeah, the X-Men. The X-Men with 20th Century Fox until Disney came, and then they put in their attractions after that, and Adventures, and so on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So they're never gonna touch that. Disney will never touch it. Will never touch Marvel. They can put Guardians of the Galaxy. They could put a attraction that's based out of Groot. They can take in whatever they can on certain Marvel characters, but they will never take Marvel, the original Marvel, because that's the authentic, that's an authentic historical 90s based part of Marvel. So, and if they're willing to do so, I think they would be based it on Hollywood studios, right? But even that's not gonna happen. Nor even the chance to even having Dark Horse comics. If only Dark Horse they could put it. They got add at least an X-Men attraction to make sure that Universal says, hey, we still hold the previous Marvel, historical Marvel. So I think it makes better sense on that one, right? It makes better sense that Pokemon will be coming. But it's unfortunately, you have to wait for years. You're going to have to wait for years. You're going to have to wait. I'm going to probably be literally like in 2 years already. I'm gonna probably feel the brunt of being a 30-year-old, bro. No, like even though I'll be like I won't reach 30 next in 2 years until like in 3 years I'll reach 30. So yeah, no, but like I said, but like bringing the theme parks, I know we had like, oh yeah, because look at this. The Universal executive frames. In recent years, Universal focused heavily on branded attractions and well-known entertainment. These include Nintendo, Illumination, and DreamWorks. At the time of the announcement, Universal and Pokemon did not release concept art or previews. No permit filings are constructed. No notices have been made public. Both companies said state individual. These were or this one, right? Yeah. So that could be the face of things. I would say personally that it makes better sense. Though you have to mind now that with the Simpsons, what they're gonna change. Personally, I'm gonna annoy. I'm super annoying. I'm super annoying. But I permanently feel that maybe yeah, the UK is gonna have it. Lord of the Rings. I don't want another Harry Potter. That's the last thing I want to see is another Harry Potter expansion. All right? Much like Disney, they can't even handle their Star Wars. They lost their they're about to lose their Star Wars rights in for soon enough in the time now, right? I mean, the last thing I want to see is another Harry Potter. I mean, then because Universal have been picking already 3 Harry Potters and not give a chance to put Harry Potter in the homeland of Universal Studios in Great Britain, basically in the UK, right? So, but if they do, I mean, I'll probably give up on it. But other ways, what matters now is the Pokemon that will come to Universal. Although it's just gonna start in Japan because that's the prime basis. Pokemon derives the prime whole soul is Japanese. And if they're willing to do One Piece, if really want to put One Piece into Universal, go right ahead. I mean, I would have One Piece replace the Kong Skull Island ride because what the hell is that ride? Honestly. But anyways, bro, I think that is the topic of the today. I want to talk about this is the Pokemon announcement. I hope you guys like this video. Like, subscribe to my channel. I'm Element Reptile. We see each other. Yeah, bless, baby. Okay. So yeah, man. So yeah, man. Yeah. So right here is the mall. Yeah, everything's going so good, so it doesn't cramped up
You're
to
gonna
me.
see this crazy shit. I'm gonna be inside something you've never seen before in my life. I know it's my first time seeing one for my life.
I think I need to add another lo-fi. No, I do have a lo-fi. 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 Lo-fi. Oh shit. Lil Mosey. Wait, what? What am I saying? Lil Mosey. Lil Mosey. Oh, how does my honest opinion? How in the hell? How in the fuck did do they bring a YN from the O Block to make a freaking music video? No, let me rephrase it. How in the fuck did Hollywood audaciously decided to hire a YN from the O Block to make SpongeBob music videos? Honestly, dog. Like, there was a like. I remember at the time when they did the SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water movie. They did that, man, bro. Like Lil Mo. For those who don't know Lil Mosey, yo, like he's a rapper, right? But he's he's got felon writings all over his fucking ass, bro. He's a felon, dog. They literally had felons in kids shows and call it and call it promotional, bro. They thought he was an aspiring, artist that say, hey, he's young, he loves SpongeBob, he long gone, turn up, right? Until they found out that he was caught doing drugs and all that shit, bro. If you look at his music videos on Lil Mosey, yo, y'all be discouraged as a motherfucker, dog. Y'all realize that dude was 100% a YN. YN left, right, up, and down, bro. He was a YN left, right, up, and down. And no one's gonna bat an eye. No one's gonna bat an eye, huh? You're not gonna bat an eye that Lil Mosey got like assaulted a girl at a freaking hotel, at a party hotel, yo. But it don't matter, I guess. It don't matter, I guess. I guess it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Fucking YNs, yo. We see like we definitely have like a YN epidemic. I think the pandemic. No, we had YNs way before, but it's not like how it is before. Now you got YNs doing, going buck wild over other shit, smaller shit now. Now you have shit. Now you have even got YNs trying to would literally catch wreck over even Pokemon cards. You know how fucking low and dry you must be to try to freaking go to vending machines, threaten a store owner on gunpoint, and say, "Yo, where's your Pokemon cards, bro?" Like, come on, dog. Like it's just too savage and primal, too savage, too uncivilized. The most YN shit. That's why, like I said, we black and brown people, we don't accept YNs. We don't accept YNs. YNs are not of our culture. YNs are not of our community. We would be glad that they get locked in the pen. Honestly, because I don't want to trust any YNs, dog. And I swear to God, bro, imagine a YN gets arrested and say, "Yo, 6'7", 6'7". Honestly, bro, like, come on, dog, stop. Like, cut the cap, yo, cut the. Wait, what the fuck did I do here? Wait, who's this one? Who you be, sir? Oh, him. Who you be, sir? Oh, damn. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this, and then damn, I'm gonna have to take a. I'm start. All right, that's in like. I don't want to feel like. I hope my. Alright. I'm just right now checking on my stuff right now. Fucking YN stock. Maybe I went to this. Oh yeah, this art place. Oh, god damn, this art. Yeah, this was this here. This is like day 1, day 3 in the mall. So I'm gonna keep this genuine. Just make it cuts. Small little takes. Small little takes. That works. Right, that works. What? Oh shit! I don't want to go too far, bro. Bro. Oh hell. All right. Do this. Take. And then Verga y putz. Hijos. Oh, damn. Whoops. Toasty. And then toasty. Toasty, nigga. Toasty, nigga. Toasty. All right, right here. Small, 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 small. And then I'll just cut up more and more and more and more and more and more on that. I already downloaded way too much. I'm trying to save the space on my damn computer. I'm really gotta save the space on my computer, bro. Honestly. Thank God. Thank God. It's lasting until it's not. Until it is not lasting, I'm gonna keep going. You know, because the connection right now, because like it's between when it hits, I think when it hits 9:30, that's when the connection just drops. Because every day it happens. But I was here right now. I was talking, yeah, I was conversating about, you know, weeb shit and weeaboo shit, how I first started. This is the history of her. They tell that it gained from the secondary art. Oh yeah, the sequential art. Oh no, it says here. Yeah, I was talking about this, right? Look. So how did it start? Like the dream store. During my Christmas. Oh, okay. So Laura Dupuy. During my Christmas vacation, I visited my old college stomping grounds in Orlando, Florida. I stopped to take a visit workers a large strip mall. I was walking through the parking lot when out of the corner of my eye, I caught a gleam. I turned and lo and behold, the heavens opened. Of course, the largest I've ever been. The largest sci-fi. Ah, yes, 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 yes. But how it started in the 1990s. Like I said it, I was watching on Gemini AI. I was looking at the 1990s. Today, Sci-Fi City is 14, 14, okay, 14,500 square feet. Okay, so let's check it out. Sci-Fi, because it says sci-fi, right? We're gonna go check out Sci-Fi City, Orlando. All right. Permanently. Wait, what, nigga? What? Okay, but still. So this is Sci-Fi City. Oh, but it was completely closed. It was on Colonial Drive, but still international wise, right? It was the largest place. Oh, so this what it used to be long ago, and you do have anime. So this was big in the 2000s. This place is old. Oh my god, I can tell. You can tell by the quality, like the picture quality. This was old. Hmm. So it was an old place. Okay. Sci-Fi City. Yeah, look, okay. The dedicated pivot. So when Enterprise we renamed Sci-Fi City later in the right, operating near North Orlando Naval Training Center in the early 1990s, this massive geek landmark was the absolute go-to destinations for the earliest waves of Central Florida otaku. They were the first major local retailer, right? Modern generation, 2012%. Oh, modern generation. When you mean modern anime store by meaning a shop that doesn't just import eternal goods, but exclusively license current modern, like, okay, Demon Slayer, that later. Finally, I knew it. I was right. Well, I was not right, but I was close. I was close. 2000, it was 2009. It was supposed to say that way. Okay, so I'm convinced now. Opened in 2012 on East Colonial Drive. It was the first modern hyperfocus. Okay, Anime Orlando. Opened in 2012. 2012. How long was 2012? That was straight almost 11 years ago. No, way more. Woo! Way more. Way more. It's 14 years ago. 14 years ago. That's when anime, right? No, that's 2012. 14 years ago. All right? Probably 16 years ago. I don't know. But that is long time ago. Remember, the first YouTube is 20 years ago. When first YouTube was debuted. It's 20 years ago, sir. That 21 years ago. Shit. That it burns in your butthole. But 2012 on East Colonial Drive, it was the first hyper-focused animes, Orlando anime at Toy Store, right? Then I think that's when K-pop in USA on 2016. It was near the Florida Mall, and introducing a mat, right? So okay, this one I know. Okay, this one I know. I know K-pop in USA. Well, because I was around at the time, right? I've heard of it, but that was long ago. But I remember 2016. I heard about K-pop in USA, but it was small. When I said, "Oh, there's an anime store," like yada yada, like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "But it's K-pop," but I didn't. But I was separating K-pop from anime, but I didn't know. But then I heard about Orlando anime store, right? It was small. It was very small, very small. Now it blew. Oh man, it's literally the same. It's like the size. It took an old gym, like an old family store, and then it took a small restaurant, that space, because it was out of because those places were out of revenue. Um, and those guys took the advantage of got the advantage because those guys, those two family companies were like, okay, I don't want to do it anymore. So now they had the chance, and voila, yo, I mean, those guys like they had it all, man. They had it all. But we're talking about, right? So hoping to God that like seeing this on theme park news. I mean, I would say this too again, like a Pokemon. Pokemon has coming to Universal. Like it's been a long run. It's been a long run, sir, to have that. It's quite a good run to have that, bro. To have Pokemon finally gets a try. I mean, we've seen a Pokemon come in, like, it started off with blimps. I think, yeah. Pokemon Macy's. Yeah, bro. Like the first, like when it arrived, it was in like 2011. That's when it first came in, I think. Then and for a long time, then came Goku. Then came like that like 10 years ago, right? They had this float from Pokemon. That was Reshiram and Zekrom. from Pokemon. Those are the legendary Pokemons that came to Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. Then after that was Pac-Man, because Pac-Man was a Sega. Pac-Man and Sonic. I think Sonic the Hedgehog also came then too. And keep in mind, Sonic the Hedgehog was Sega and it's Japanese. Then Super Mario came in. I mean, yeah, and then the OG animes. The OG anime characters came in. Goku to of course Luffy, which is recent. And the 100th this year is gonna be next. This is gonna be like we're in 2026. It's gonna be now the next the 100th anniversary, 100th anniversary since the first Macy's Thanksgiving Parade started. So we might have another anime character for sure. And Luffy, without a doubt, is gonna come too at Thanksgiving. I don't know where I'm bet you right now. They're gonna have if Sailor Moon comes in or Hatsune Miku comes in, that it's already a takeover. You're gonna see a slow takeover of just weep shit coming by in the United States, which has already been. But seeing in a sci-fi city, right? So on Pokemon's behalf, I think it's quite a run that they have. Okay, not just that, we have an American Warner Brothers live action Pokemon movie, Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu, yo. So it's been around. It's been around, bro. Detective Pikachu has been around for quite a time. We had playing Game Boys. We had playing in video games in Nintendo. We had it in Super Smash Bros. This game, Pokemon, bro. And it's been around since the 1990s. Do you know how close already is to 30 years? No, 40 years in the freaking timeline of modern history. So it's old, right? It's old. Though not as old though. No, yeah, it's older than GTA. I'm sorry, guys. I meant GTA 6. Please come already, bro. Personally, I feel like GTA 6 is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ is not coming as a being, as a person, as an energy coming from the sky. Jesus Christ returning to Earth is GTA 6. That's what we feel like right now at this point. With all this macabre we're going through, I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ coming back to the world is going to be in the form of GTA 6. That's what I feel like. Pokemon, and back to Pokemon. Look, at the time of the announcement, did not release concept art or design previews. They are holding it for sure. No permit filings or construction notes have been made in public, which they're trying so hard. You know how hard it is to try to keep such a thing like this in secret. Man, you can gaslight. You had to gaslight half of the people. Say, yeah, we're building Pokemon, but we're gonna make you doubt and make you be skeptic. So yeah, you had to really be smart with the audience. Because Universal is literally like internationally owned. So, the Pokemon franchise spans video games, animation, television series, films, merchandise. Yeah. And in Japan, right, occasionally appears in seasonal limited time events, live events, parade appearances. However, this will push the brand for a permanent place in the theme park landscape. Theme park operators increasingly rely on brands on supporting long-term on global recognition. Man. Imagine if Digimon came in, bro. Man, the only way to fight this on behalf of Disney, I've said this before, but I don't exist because I have 99 subscribers, so I'm a fiction of your imagination. I'm just a speck of dust. I said this before. If Disney wants to compete against Universal on this shit, on behalf of the Japanese pop culture, you need straight up to have Kingdom Hearts again. Because Kingdom Hearts is owned by Square Enix, that's for sure. But, Disney would only for a tiny bit bring out Sora, Donald, and Goofy of the Kingdom Hearts, even Mickey Mouse and Kingdom Hearts, right?
in Disneyland California Adventure, and sometimes in Hollywood studios. The last time that happened was in I think in 2010, or no, it was in the early 2010s. That was, and then before that was probably like a 2007. I think that's what it had the Kingdom Hearts in, right? That's what it is. But I feel, but if that's the only way, if you guys want to fight against that, against Nintendo, because we got Nintendo now. Universal got Nintendo, and now they're gonna have Pokemon. And not only that, you got anime. You got Shonen Jump. Okay, so you got three Japanese pop cultures, and not to mention potentially we're gonna have Godzilla. All right, they're gonna, right. We got the Rising Sun shoving the katana up their asses, bro. They're gaining clap one by one, bro. In Japan right now, they're recently bringing out. I think that, yeah, in recently right now in Japan, they have the Apothecary Diaries, right? Because this is the manga series. It's a really good, it's an amazing show. It sucks that it's been nominated but not rewarded on Crunchyroll or Anime Awards. Um, that's for sure. But they having their own, yeah, the Apothecary Diaries, an anime that isn't shonen, that is not even a battle manga. It's not even a battle manga at all. It's a drama. It's a drama, bro. It's a life, like it's like a poison drama, almost pseudo romance kind of drama. And it's coming. And they also have Spy Family in in Japan, bro. And right now they're cosplaying right here, right? They're happily cosplaying now. But bro, I crashed out. I crashed out when I saw Genshin Impact in Universal Studios in Beijing, China. I crashed out. Now I don't play and have watched much anime. I don't play gacha games at all right? I draw characters. I'm an artist that draws. But I take revelances. I do watch gameplays because why should I play video games if I could watch the gameplays over there nowadays? And live streaming. So that. And of course, you know me. I'm a gooner. So I know Genshin Impact and right by goon videos. So I'm sorry. But they had this in Beijing, and I crashed out hard. Not really, but I crashed out a bit. I was just upset that like we don't have this in Orlando, but they have it in China. So China has Genshin Impact, while in Japan they're about, right, in University of Japan, they're having freaking Apothecary Diaries, bro. They got Apothecary Diaries. They have One Piece. They have Jujutsu Kaisen. They have Godzilla. Oh my god! And now we right now at the meantime, we're just entering that place. We are entering Pokemon. We're now entering Pokemon, and we have Nintendo, and hopefully, we're about to have Legend of Zelda coming to Epic Universe because it makes sense. It makes sense. But yet again, they say gotta keep it Japanese and has to stay in Japanese. No, sir. No. They built it, Legend of Zelda, in a gift shop where there's mirrors of Link, Princess Zelda, and Ganondorf next to the Super Mario gang, next to Donkey Kong. And we had a Donkey Kong roller coaster. You are not going to completely tell me now, you're not going to discredit it that we're not going to have a Zelda. We are going to have a Zelda. All right? It's permanent. You see it in the mirror. You're going to have Zelda. We are in Epic Universe. If not, we riot. I don't give, dog. I don't give, bro. If we have to do a BLM YN riot for trashing all of the city of Orlando, we might as well move aside from the, like, I want to remove aside from that, right? I believe that we can also understand too that a lot of the rise of gachapon and claw machine arcades that are going down, thanks to the fact that, aside from Japanese stuff, Ibisu Comics, we do have the need, and that now YouTube are now rising to become new directors. We have officially, I already did a reaction to the clip of the Backrooms, the Kane Pixels Backrooms movie now being created by A24 Pictures. We also have the Markiplier's Iron Lung, the movie that got released, and now we also have the Amazing Digital Circus on the way. So, and plus that, we have Netflix. We have Netflix making their own parks, and hopefully they're gonna come to Orlando within a second. Now it's not gonna be permanent. No, we all know that. No, or the Netflix fun house, like the walkable Netflix house. I think we see it right here. I think let's go check out the Netflix house. Yeah, the Netflix house, right? This one, right? This indoor walking amusement park, kind of like my South Florida and Miami. In Miami, we have an indoor park, but there is no roller coasters in it, called Wanadu City, right? Ooh, Wonderworks in Wanadu City. Ooh. But it's like this, right? It's like a big mall. It's gonna be inside of a big mall. You got to clear up the place, and you have to do like these interactive gaming things. They're not gonna come in. It's gonna be probably be temporary. Honestly, they're not gonna actually come to stay and permanent. They're gonna take. Oh. I think that makes sense. We have abandoned malls. I know that for sure. That makes sense. That makes sense. We have, yeah, no. We do. No. They can do it. They can do it. We do have, holy shit. It takes a former mall. So, a former mall. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We had this. We have a Fashion Square mall. It is an abandoned mall. All stuff is closed. No one's coming here. Yeah, that they still open that shit. Oh, how long, bro? They still that thing is open. I think there's nothing. There's nothing in there anymore. It's all it's a ghost town. That's to say that people are trying to protect it. I think. Oh no, yeah. I think this would be a good idea. Okay, I think that would be a good idea. Imagine Netflix takes this mall and turn it to a walking like an experience place. They can do that. They can do that. They can absolutely do that. They can absolutely do that. Now this mall is old. I remember as a kid. Oh yeah, I was a little kid when this mall had when I was in this mall. It only had like very local things, but you know it was big, and but it started to fade. I went there the last time. It was already like only like what 10 stores were open. That's it. 10 stores. I mean, I'm appalled that 10 stores is enough for them to keep that mall alive. But it's already dead. It's completely dead. But they can turn that into the Netflix house, as they did with the former mall. If they can turn Netflix house into the former mall, oh, I'm on it. That'll be good. That'll be good. But yeah, I think that'll be temporary, for sure. That'd be temporary. Oh no, Sci-Fi City. I have heard about this, or I don't know if I remember it, but it was huge. It was very nerdy and very geeky. But now we have, yeah, which is a thing too. So, but like I said, like I would my big declaration is when it comes to this kind of merchandise, when it comes to this stuff, right? Video games and stuff, including attractions and theme parks, because I do talk about theme parks. I do want to talk about theme parks more. I do want to talk about anime more. Man, I did watch. I'm gonna keep it straight short. I've recently watched the ReZero episode 9, where and that shit's intense, man. Man, Subaru can't catch a break, honestly. On that new episode, right? He was literally going to become a villain, but he turn out to be a LARP. But even though, bro, poor Subaru, Subaru can't catch a break. Subaru cannot catch a break, and it was just painful. It was just painful, bro. But even so, man, like I said, um, if the one request I would say, or one demand I demand is if since we have Ibisu, since we have Gachapon stores, we're having projects of made arcades, as it says in the news. It said in a previous comment that I did talked about in when it comes to anime and manga, right, and video games. They did talked about that there are talks of you know, like having maid cafes going there. They're gonna have like gotcha games, anime figurines, or even another Akihabara kind of set. I would say, but it's all scattered. It's all scattered. That's the part that, to me, that I think that is kind of, you know a little frustrating, because you know uh, the America is built to drive. Man, this country is built to drive, right? And if you want to go to a place where is has all that, you had to actually drive around and look for it. And it's a full of these very bland, basic, cheap, broken ass plazas. So there, I wanted to have to build. If we have the Orlando has the attention, or has the optimism of actually building a separate, like a little downtown Disney like area, but solely for the ACG culture, like comic books and cartoons. Yes, cartoons, kids cartoons. Yes, video games. Like all that stuff, man. Or should I say just like an Akihabara kind of stuff, right? They should have like a little place, like a small place. Doesn't need to be big, but it's that has better structure. I want to say it needs a better structure. If there's abandoned hotels and abandoned buildings, use them. Break everything down, break everything that is of furniture, and turn it to what it is. Use them. That's what I think. Like I said, what about Pokemon? I did talk about Quebec right now. Okay, so yeah, now back to my whole Quebec thing. I gotta download a lot of more videos, but I wanted to make sure that I don't want to pass 20 minutes, because that's not how it is to be in vlogs. I've been looking at vlogs. Most of the vlogs are like what, 15 minutes, 18 minutes. That's far it is. That's far it is. They don't want to go further than that. But I'm doing part one. I'm gonna probably do 3 parts, because I recorded a lot. And I mean a lot. And I'm cutting and chopping a lot. I mean cutting and chopping a lot of stuff. I'm cleaning cache right now on this shit, man. I tell myself, don't put all videos at once, but my mind said, fuck no, baby. No, honestly. So here we are, going to be again. I mean, this is the end of the stream. I'm glad, I did the stream to try to make up from the minutes that happened that just died off on us. So this is it. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm Element Reptile. I hope I'm an artist, illustrator, graphic designer, now a video editor, a vlogger, hopefully. And we see each other the next time. You bless, baby.